Greetings, people of Earth. My name is Rob Wieland. I am an author, game designer, and professional nerd. Tonight, I am the host of Theater of the Mind Players, your friendly neighborhood actual play show. We are very excited to play through a indie role-playing game tonight. And we're going to be playing this for the next couple of weeks while it runs on Kickstarter. So we hope that if you enjoy what you see here, that you go over there and pick up the game. We are going to be playing Brindlewood Bay, which is a dark and cozy mystery game by Jason Cordova. This game is a PBTA, Powered by the Apocalypse, inspired game. If you are familiar with the system that we used in our Masks New Generation playthrough, it's similar to that. And after the intense story that we told via Delta Green, we thought that this would be a very excellent palate cleanser because it's a little less serious, but very, very, very cozy.
But so you might be watching it at the same time as our finale of Delta Green.
Good palate cleanser.
Jump back and forth.
So this is the ranch sauce to the hot wings that is Delta Green.
Or blue cheese if you like that.
So before we get into the specifics of this game, I do want everybody at the table to get a chance to introduce themselves. Normally, we do session zeros for our Friends of Pat Rayon. But we decided to do one for this game because it's building characters is a very collaborative experience, and we kind of wanted to show the whole experience for anybody who's interested in picking up this game on Kickstarter or upon general release. When I've played this game in the past, some of the best stuff that happened was us hanging out and just talking about the community that everyone's a part of and this, that, and the other thing. So we wanted to make sure that we brought that here to this table as well. So we're going to go around. Please introduce yourself. So state your name, state your pronouns, and why you are excited to play this game. I will go first as the model citizen here. My name is Rob Whelan. My pronouns are he, him, and I am very excited to play Brindlewood Bay because this game has one of the sharpest elevator pitches I have seen in a very long time. The elevator pitch is a term that evolved out of screenwriting, where in theory, if you're ever stuck in an elevator with a movie executive, like you do, that you can that if you have a creative product, you turn to them and you are able to summarize the game or the screenplay, the movie, the game, the whatever, in one or two sentences, and then they give you $1 billion of money and you go and make the thing. And the elevator pitch for Brindlewood Bay is the Golden Girls versus Cthulhu. Everybody here is going to be playing a grandma character that is going to solve that we're going to be solving some mysteries, and we're also going to touch on a little bit of the dark underbelly in their very quaint seaside New England town. So I'm very excited to get to that, and I hope we have fun with it. So let's start with our first mind player.
Hello, my name is Tony Cheek, he, him. And then what else?
Why are you excited to play this game?
I'm excited to play this game because my personal favorite RPG is Call of Cthulhu. And Rob was basically like, hey, what about that, but Golden Girls? And I was like, that sounds amazing. So that's why I'm excited.
All right. Let's move on to our next mind player.
Hi, everybody. My name is Jordan Fishburne, pronoun she, her. I was super excited to play Brindlewood Bay because it brings the Cthulhu mythos into kind of a ridiculousness. Thinking about it from like that old Murder, She Wrote type of point of view. And that just is we've been doing Delta Green for quite a while. So this is just like enough of a switch up to be a nice palate cleanser and potentially hilarious. So I'm so ready.
Let's move on to our next mind player.
Hi, my name is Sarah Babe, she, they, and I'm excited to play Brindlewood Bay because I flippin' love the Golden Girls. Like, I watched so much Golden Girls growing up, and I was completely convinced that Dorothy was my grandmother, and this is gonna get a little sappy. Like, when my grandmother passed away, I would watch Dorothy and think of her as my grandmother, and it was just so close and dear to my heart, and now I get to play a game where I get to pretend to be like your grandmother, and I'm just so excited to be an old lady one day. And now I get to play a game where I get to pretend to be an old lady. And I'm just super excited. I also just love playing role-playing games. So, I mean, it wasn't a hard sell.
Thank you, Sarah. Let's move on to our next mind player.
Hi, I'm Ethan Eichstedt Anderson, he, him. And for me, it's basically because the world is on fire and we were playing games with the world on fire. And this one sounds like it won't be that for like a bit before we get back into games where the world's on fire again.
And thank you, Ethan. I mean, he's not wrong.
It's BS trauma we just witnessed.
Let's move on to our final mind player.
Hi, I'm Tawny Thompson, she, her, and I have 2 reasons I'm very excited to play this game. The first is Jordan's grandma voice. Whatever she does with it will be fabulous, and I'm so excited. And the second one is that I have 4 grandmas thought up, and I'm really excited to figure out which one will fit into our group of grandmas best, and then go put on the costume for it.
So as you can see, Tawny has once again type A'd her way into character preparation, but that's why we love her.
She does this all the time. You should check out our YouTube channel.
Do you have a prep channel?
No, but maybe I should.
Maybe you should. Just her reading her 10-page character histories.
I'd watch
And
it.
so it was that Stabby Sundage.
Character creation ASMR.
Oh my gosh, I'd watch it.
All right.
Adam.
I have ideas now.
So Brindlewood Bay is a role-playing game that's about a group of elderly women who are the members of the local Murder Mavens mystery book club. You came together because you are all fans of the Amanda Delacourt mysteries, aka the Gold Crown mysteries, and so you've come together and you realize that, and you also stumble upon mysteries in your quaint seaside town. And slowly but surely, you're going to uncover the dark underbelly of the bright and sunny Brindlewood Bay, and realize that, that there is something strange in this particular neighborhood. The game is directly inspired by the television show Murder, She Wrote, but it also, I think, pays homage to a ton of amateur TV detective shows, whether you're talking shows like Heart to Heart or Jim Rockford or the Rockford Files, which is one of my favorites.
Only Murders in the Building.
Only murders in the building.
Which is a great new variation on the theme. Or even the sort of the USA Blue Sky shows of your monks and your psychs.
My grandma's personal favorite was Matlock.
Your Matlocks.
I mean, who doesn't? I mean, Matlock.
Dr. Quinn, medicine woman.
Not
So
quite.
it's funny that you mentioned that, because one of the things that they are introducing in the full version of the game are what they call sweeps mysteries, which reflect how those old shows would sometimes be like, you know what? We're doing a Wild West episode. And Jessica Fletcher, you're getting bonked on the head, and you're going to go diddle-diddle-diddle, and then you're going to solve a mystery in the Wild West. That's it. We don't care.
Here for this.
Here it is. So,
Now
but-
you're all pirates.
yeah, now you're all pirates. So today we're going to right now we're going to do is we're going to create the characters. After we create the characters, we'll introduce them and populate a special section on the character sheet that's called the Cozy Little Place. And after we set all that up, we're going to take that'll be the end of this particular episode, and then our next episode will be we'll kick off the mystery thing. So the tone of the game bounces between cozy and creepy. Most of the time, it'll be fairly lighthearted, but there's also going to be drama. I mean, that's sort of our style at this point.
That's what
like
we do.
that's what we do. And I think we're gonna have fun with kind of playing up the campy aspects of grandmas and things like that. I mean, so many of us have already invested in headgear. Jordan's hat is both elaborate and invisible.
Yes.
And
Also the most expensive.
Yes.
but we'll laugh, we'll cry, we'll kiss a few hours goodbye here. So let's get started making some grandma, shall we?
Yes.
If you look at your Brindlewood Bay character sheet on the left-hand side, you're going to see 3 sections. The first is your name, the second is your personal style, and the third is your cozy activity. The personal styles tend to run to a variety of, shall we say, famous elderly women. And the cozy activities are also generally the types of things that you would expect grandmas to do as a particular hobby. So let's talk. What are we doing? Who wants to talk about what they want to do with their character here?
All right. I totally have this. My character's name is Faustina Migawa, and her style is Sparkle Grandma, and her cozy activity is cross-stitching.
Okay. Ooh, Sarah bringing some LARP into the game here tonight.
Yeah, I'm LARPing Brindlewood Bay. What are you doing tonight? Yeah, what's up?
We were gonna knit, but we were worried about the knitting needles making clicking noises
Click,
in the
click, click, click.
microphones. So
It's cool. I know you're not hardcore enough.
So when you say Sparkle Grandma, what does that mean? Describe what a typical outfit for Faustina.
Oh, you'll see. It's gonna.
she has a costume change
Yeah,
as
the
well.
costume change.
All right.
Yeah, I brought a full costume change. Yeah.
I think the main word is sequins.
Oh no, glitter.
Uh-huh.
Like full glitter, man.
And
Like
no
just like
sequins?
sparkle. Like we don't have to have sequins to have glitter.
Well, then you're half-assing it.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Glitter's more permanent, to be fair.
Just everything has something that reflects the light on, no matter
Okay.
what she's wearing.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. So who's next? Who else? Who wants to tell me about their grandmother? I know you're waiting
I
till
have
the
too
end
many
because
grandmas. I need to
I'm
know
so-
what's gonna fit.
you
I'm
have
cool
too
with
many too many grandma cooks. Okay.
I'm gonna do more of a hard ass grandmother.
Okay.
Ooh.
Her name is Charlotte. She goes by Letty.
Ooh.
And
Why not Lottie?
because I like Letty better.
Okay. I just
yeah.
legitimately asking.
That's a good question.
Okay.
And I think her style is more always put together. Like,
So Dorothy's Bornak.
yeah,
No.
No.
maybe more like office hours. Like she's
I
always
think
got
office hours is a good
something
way to
going
put
on.
that. Like,
Yeah.
Business grandma.
Yeah. Not that she's in business,
I
but
know.
that's like
but
kind of the way that
she's-
she goes.
That's
Yeah.
just you've got that in the closet now. Like,
Exactly.
No,
She doesn't want to buy more clothes. Why?
Right. Yeah. Like, why would you?
She's living off of her pension. Why would she waste her
Fair enough.
money?
Aren't we all, darling?
Yes, no shit.
I'm curious. What did she do for a living before she?
She can't tell you that, it's confidential.
So I feel like she was in like a high powered role.
Mergers and acquisitions.
Mergers would be great. Because in the backstory in my brain, her late husband was not a good guy whatsoever. Like true demon, if you will.
She was into
Becoming a theme.
She was into mergers and acquisitions. Now she's into murders and execution.
Yes, exactly.
Thank you, American Psycho.
a full partner in Wolfram and Hart. I see. Okay.
And he may have passed away under mysterious circumstances, but who
Did he get
could
eaten
say?
by a basin?
I like I told you,
See,
mysterious.
we thought we were going to cross over one
Yeah,
game,
yeah.
but then we zag and we cross over a different one. Excellent. That's great. That I love it. Oh, what is your cozy activity?
Video games. She plays video games.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
I was looking at it, all of them, and I was like, nothing really mixes, so we're gonna do video
What's her
games.
style of game?
Shout out to the Skyrim grandma.
Yes,
Yes.
Grandma.
It's
Skyrim
D&D grandma.
She likes to do like arcade fighter games.
Nice.
So
Nice.
PvP, somebody has to sit next to her and deal with her smack talk. That's her
you
favorite.
probably like make people cry when you do it too.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah, I love
Of
it.
course. What
I feel
do you
like
guys play
I feel like
games
this is
another
one
way?
of those things where maybe you used to take your kid or your grandkid to like the actual like physical arcade, and then you're like, like you started like, of course I'll play with you, little Billy, and then you're like,
You know, she doesn't have any of her own children, but I think that she acquired some stuff just for like the office
Like,
building.
Acquired
Just-
children?
No, she acquired like
A
game
small arcade.
machines.
Oh,
And then-
I thought you were talking about humans.
Yeah.
She acquired game machines for the office because you know how every corporate office has to have an incentive that they never
Been
allow
there,
you
yeah.
to use
Yeah.
for threat of your job.
Wait, they have that?
Ping pong that
If
you're not
you-
allowed to use
If
because
you
you'll
see
get in
any
trouble.
company that's like, we have a ping pong table and
You
a
never
pool
actually get to
table
use the ping pong
and a
table.
snack bar, but anytime you're actually there, you get yelled at for not
Yeah.
working.
It's a test of
Essentially.
willpower.
Oh, I work for a government entity, so I suppose. That's
Oh
why.
yeah, that's right. That's
Mm.
more corporate America. So this was like something they had in their quote unquote fun room, and then they eventually closed that down because nobody was using it, and she just took them home. And then she was like, "These are actually really fun." And then she was like weirdly good at them, and she was like, "This is great."
Did you make Ma from Futurama?
Did I make Ma from Futurama? I think I might have accidentally made Ma from Futurama.
That's all right. All right. Who's our next murder maven? That's what we're calling
I'm going to be playing Opal,
Aww.
the speed walking granny.
Oh jeez. You
She's-
lost
That's
me.
awesome.
She's the mall walking type that gets her laps in, but always stops for an orange Julius beforehand. Eats at the food court halfway, in there. So doesn't actually lose any weight or, exercise in any way. Just use an
it.
excuse
She's
to.
just like,
Yeah.
breaking even.
Yep. And then I think my cozy activity, I will choose baking because I can actually talk about that.
Yeah.
There you go.
Ooh, maybe we can do some Patreon exclusive
Ethan recipes.
Opal recipes. What? Oh, of course, gotta ask. What do you think is your best recipe?
Mm.
Lemon basil curd.
Ooh.
Yeah, I do a pretty good lemon cake with lemon basil curd and a strawberry whipped frosting.
I mean, if we're talking
On a
Opal,
lemon cake.
I'm a fan of those spicy biscuits and gravy.
Oh yeah, yeah. I do some biscuits and gravy. I've recently started making my own vegan Chipotle spiced chocolate cookies that are freeze and bake that are real good.
Who do you bake for these days?
Our book club.
Probably the book club. And then,
The security guards at the mall.
ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah, so
yeah.
like 30 minutes early.
Yeah.
They're like, so you get the super prime.
Mhm.
Frederick, I
Nana
brought you some
Sweets?
cookies.
Everybody knows Nana Sweets, and Nana Sweets is the best.
Yes.
Here's a question: Is the is there one mall in Brindlewood Bay, or are there multiple ones?
Ooh.
I'm gonna say there's an indoor mall and one of those outdoor thingies.
Okay,
Where
so
there's-
a shopping center or
Yeah,
whatever.
that's the more popular,
Here's a question.
Oh, so you do the mall walking in kind of
Oh,
the
yeah.
the sad
I don't want to get rained
dying
on.
mall?
Have you ever shoplifted and have the security guards let it go?
You mean have I accidentally forgotten to put something back on the shelf? Of course.
And then you do a
It's
grandma
never
face, and
intentional.
they're like, she doesn't know.
It was just Opal. She didn't mean to.
Oh, I picked it up, look at it, and forgot I had it.
Yeah.
Oh my silly old mind.
It
That's
happens.
great.
I picture her southern now.
But one of my grandmas is Southern.
Well,
Well, you only have 3 others.
He's already taken the baking.
Yeah.
All right, Tony.
So mine's gonna need a little GM approval.
Oh,
I want to do.
Nope. Sorry.
I want.
that's why Sarah. That's why Sarah's not the GM.
Yeah. I basically want to do the log lady from Twin Peaks.
Okay.
So I was thinking of having either a electric guitar that may or may not have been once owned by Jimi Hendrix and now it speaks to her, or B, a trumpet that once was owned by Louis Armstrong that now speaks to her. And that will determine whether I
Or
am all
C,
the cardigans.
A vuvuzela that was once used.
At the World Cup.
That'll determine also all the cardigans or hippy dippy.
I like the Hendrix idea better.
Okay, hippy dippy it is.
Because I feel like you'll have more fun being hippy dippy.
Is it a full guitar or is it just the neck of a guitar?
Is it an electric or is it acoustic?
Well, if it's Jimi Hendrix, it's got to be electric.
Does
Okay.
it?
Well,
What if it was George Harrison and it's sitar?
No.
Wow.
what's your character name?
Margaret Weaver.
Margie.
Dreamweaver.
So, how did you acquire this guitar from Jimi Hendrix?
Groupie, obviously.
Or is it Johnny Silver?
Oh.
Are we in the future?
Welcome to Cyberwood Bay.
We've got a city to knit.
Yarn bombing. Come on.
I don't know now. Well, I think probably electric guitar, just because.
Did you literally pick it up in a pawn shop and the pawn dealer told you it was Jimi Hendrix?
I'm debating that or whether I was in fact a groupie.
No, I think you just knew his family.
Yeah.
Also,
Like-
maybe a groupie.
Also,
I like the idea that it's not like a groupie thing. It's just oh yeah, Jimmy and I go way back.
I'd also go with the Grateful Dead.
Oh, yeah.
It could have been a full Deadhead and just toured with them.
Could be a deadhead.
Jerry Garcia's guitar.
Yeah.
Shit.
No pressure.
Rob, thoughts?
Beauty.
Did you live next to Jimi Hendrix?
Well, no. Okay, let's blow this out a little bit. What if you have various artifacts that you claim are from different, oh yes, that's Jimmy's guitar, and that's
My cozy
Jerry's
activity is now collecting.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. That actually is perfect.
And that's Jerry's
Bong.
Headband.
headband. I wanted to say the drug reference to 3 or 4.
Wait,
But
would it be collecting or would it be antiques?
Yes.
If it's specific artists stuff,
I'd say collecting.
Okay.
All right. Post time.
I do think
Thompson.
we've narrowed it down because I had a rage baking granny and I had an aging suffragette granny. That one came out of recent events, of course.
Okay.
But my other two are basically Dame Judi Dench, a la The Importance of Being Earnest, or aging nerd granny. So she watched Doctor Who when it was Tom Baker, and so
Why you gotta be calling my ass out?
I think playing a old theater
yes,
lady
course.
would be spot
Right.
on for you.
Then my name is Gertrude, and I need to decide on a best friend because she's the only one allowed to call me Gertie. Everyone else, okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's fine. I'll call you Trudy.
No, you will not.
Gerd.
What up, Gertie?
What up, Gerd?
Then I think that fits the Alexis Carrington Colby.
Nerd.
Right. And what is her cozy activity?
Community
Reading
theater.
Shakespeare to the goose in the park.
I think it's community theater. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Or Shakespeare in the Park.
Reading Shakespeare to the geese in the park.
Like I could also even see if you feel the need to choose one that's on the list, charity events, because like you're raising money for Shakespeare in the Park, and the Brindlewood Bay Shakespeare Company. Oh my god.
I'm gonna put community theater, and I think there's just a shisty small community theater in town, and she is the star of all the things.
It is 100% waiting for Guffman.
Or did you used to be the star of all the things?
Ooh.
Darling, don't.
Well, we'll get into that in a little bit.
Or
Oh,
you
shit,
could be
are you just being Joan Crawford up in here?
you could be Alan Rickman from Galaxy Quest.
Right.
You used to do Shakespeare, and now you're on
By
a.
Grapthos hammer, you shall be avenged.
What a savings!
What a savings.
So we've dipped a little far ahead in the character introduction, but I think that we're already establishing a collection here. Okay, so now you're going to look at your abilities. There are 5 of them. Vitality represents your Maven's action that involves strength, dexterity, endurance, physicality. Composure is if you require a steady hand, a calm disposition, intense concentration. Reason is if you're studying books, researching a problem, examining a crime scene, or otherwise engaging with your mental faculties. Presence is if you're trying to charm, intimidate, or capture someone's imagination. And sensitivity is weird stuff. Like, are you into... Can you,
Do you do the weird stuff?
Yeah.
We do the weird
like
stuff.
ghosts and psychics and all that thing. So you're going to add a 1 to one of those abilities. So if you do that to either vitality or presence, that brings it up to 1. If you do that to composure or reason, that brings it up to 2. If you do that to sensitivity, that brings it up to 0.
I put mine in presence. For reasons.
That makes sense to me.
I'll do composure.
I'm doing sensitivity.
I also did
I'm so
sensitivity.
I'm doing vitality.
Mall walking.
All right. Way to go, fighter grandma. Here we go.
Opal and her killer brownies.
Now everyone is choosing a Maven move. This is the sort of the main shtick that your character has access to, and only you have access to this move. There is a sheet of them that comes with the game, and they're all inspired by a variety of classic TV detectives. So once you have chosen that move, if you want to like circle or put a check mark by it on the Maven move sheet, and then write down on the front of the sheet the name of the move to kind of help you remember what it is. If anybody wants me to suggest any based on the character stuff that we've been talking about, you can certainly do that. Otherwise, do you want to check? Are you still interested in that move? Okay. So, because I'm a world famous game designer, I decided to add a move, and that move I'm calling the Sean Spencer.
Who is Sean Spencer?
Sean Spencer is the
How
main
dare you?
character of the television show Psych.
Okay, I know that show.
For those of you who don't, first of all, Tony's coming for you, and secondly, is a show about an amateur detective who was basically trained from birth by his policeman father and is super observant. But because of shenanigans, he is pretending to be a psychic detective, and therefore, whenever he makes his observations, he has to have a psychic flash. The Sean Spencer move, as written, is not necessarily defined as fake psychic. Margaret could also be a real psychic, and given her hippy dippy, far out brain nature, I suspect that might be the case.
Yeah. I had an awakening during Woodstock.
Yeah. There were 7 cosmic dragons, and each of them made love to a different chakra. Yeah.
No, there was purple haze all up in his mind.
But the move is once per session, Tony, as Margaret, can choose one of the clues that is found after the meddling move is how the players find clues about the mystery. Normally, I kind of go through the list and go, that one fits. That's interesting. But once during this session, Tony gets to look at that list and go, I want this one. You may, if you wish, choose a void clue as well as part of that move, but you then have to put on a crown to do so.
Oh, okay.
We'll get into those rules a little later. So that apparently is the move that you're choosing. So just write down the Sean Spencer. Who else has already chosen their move?
I have gone with the Remington Steel.
And what does that mean?
You're very talented as passing yourself off as someone you are not. If there's a piece of identification or a disguise that would help your ruse, you have it. Say what it is and add it to your cozy little place.
Okay. The cozy little place is basically kind of your character's equipment. So this means that, yes, of course you're going to have a fake mustache, and yes, of course you're going to have a,
FBI badge.
FBI badge and or whatever. Who's next?
I was thinking of doing Angus MacGyver.
And what is that move?
Angus MacGyver is when you improvise a situation using whatever is at hand, ask the other players and keeper to name 3 objects you find in the environment, and so long as I give a plausible explanation for how one or more of those 3 objects can help with an action, I can have advantage on a single roll related to that action. And I have a lot of experience bullshitting why something.
Can I use my eye for that?
I mean, I was gonna say, like, queen bullshit over here. I mean that in the nicest way,
If I
of
had
course.
an RPG thing that is just my thing, it's making up bullshit for why something should work.
Right.
So I'm curious why she has that move, though. I know you, Jordan, chose it because that is where you're a Viking, but why is Letty able to do that stuff?
She fixes her own Mortal Kombat games.
That's what Letty does better.
Letty had to be very resourceful in her job.
Okay.
So she was used to picking and choosing things to give herself the advantage on deals, on situations,
Stabbing a guy with a pencil.
murder mysteries, when she had to make somebody disappear, she had to figure out the best way to make it happen.
Wait, are you making a mob boss?
No, of course
mob
not.
lawyer. Come on, Sarah.
Did I just figure this out?
I pay my taxes.
That doesn't make you not a mob boss. That just makes you a really good mob boss.
Exactly.
You have nothing against the mob here, by the way.
Did your husband originally set you up as the fall person, and you actually saved the company somehow?
I can't say that on camera. So
Nice. I love that.
I can neither confirm nor deny those accusations.
All right, who's next?
There's a chance I'm between 2, and one of them I think you might pick.
Wow, which one are you thinking?
Part of me is thinking of Gordon Shumway, but I thought you would take that.
I was kind of thinking
Okay.
of Gordon Shumway.
Everybody picks the cat move.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I was debating who was going to pick the cat
It's,
move.
it's not a matter of if; it's a matter of who.
I have a second one if you want to do Gordon
I also
Shumway.
have a second one.
Is it the same second one?
What's the second one you're thinking of?
I think you have to start this time.
No, you go.
Okay, same time. 1, 2, 3.
Jonathan Hart?
Scarecrow.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
So who's taking what, though?
So you can have the cat.
I think none of us get the cat.
Oh.
Oh, damn.
I don't feel like that's a choice that we don't have to go that far.
What are we going to put on our merch if we don't choose the cat?
Shit.
Right.
I mean, like, if we become professionals at this, we need to have a cat.
Mm-hmm.
We need to have a mascot. You have to have the cat.
We even have the option to name the cat.
You
It's not
have
even
to name the
becoming
cat.
pre.
It's
And
in
when
the
you're a
rules, you have
cat,
to
you're a
name the
cat all
cat.
the way.
But if I have a cat, does that mean everything I bake has fur in it? Because yes,
No.
everything I currently bake does have fur in it.
It's just unavoidable at this point.
Is your cat named Dutch Baby? Skillet is a good cat
Skillet.
name too.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Skillet's a
Skillet.
pretty good cat name.
Touch baby.
Maybe.
Pancake. Flapjack.
Ooh. Well, I think we've chosen that
Ethan has a cat.
Ethan
Opal has a cat.
Just it's the matter of finding
Is
the
it
correct
biscuits?
puns.
And it helps you make the biscuits?
Oh!
the one with bacon.
Brad with the catality
Yeah.
up
Yeah.
here.
Yep.
Yep. And when
Yeah.
it
That's
dies,
our
it'll
Lord
go
of
into
the Board,
gravy.
by the way. Brad. That's the disembodied voice you hear.
Okay, so what's the move that you're choosing then, Sarah?
I think I'm gonna go Scarecrow.
Okay, and what does Scarecrow do?
Scarecrow is at the beginning of a session, a stranger presses something into your hand or leaves something in a place where you find it. The keeper will tell you what it is, which is Rob. It functions as a clue, but isn't attached to any particular mystery at first. You can choose to assign it to an active mystery whenever you wish.
Okay. And what is the Gordon Shumway? Just to review, what does biscuits give you?
Oh. It's basically I can tell it
Do you
to do
want
a
me to read
thing
it
and
out?
it does the thing.
Read it out.
You have a feline friend with whom you share a very strong bond. This extraordinary kitty can do tricks and follow simple commands. Name your precocious puss and add them to your cozy little place. When you use the cat, when you use the cat to gain an advantage on a roll, leave it unmarked.
Ethan,
Precocious
that is an
puss.
impressive taunting impression that you just did just now.
Yeah, that was
Thank
actually
you.
pretty
Thank
fantastic.
you.
Spot on.
You can
Yeah.
tell how long you've been married.
Yeah.
honestly.
I mean, gosh, like, wow.
Yeah.
So now what we need to do is to go around the table again. What I want you to do is to talk about your deceased partner.
Mhm.
Although I don't think they necessarily have to be deceased, but you are alone here in Brindlewood with the Murder Mavens as your support system. Your children, if any, and that does include pets. And what your career was before you retired to Brindlewood Bay. Now I think we've set up a few of these things before during these discussions. So let's start with Tawny, since I feel like we already have much of this installed for your character.
I believe I have an ex-husband in California. His name is something. Someone.
Alexander.
George Michael.
Gordon.
What does he do?
Sean Connery.
I think he's a television producer. We didn't see eye to eye because you see, the
Gilbert.
theater, of course, is the true art.
Gilbert.
Gilbert. Yes.
Right.
Gilbert.
Gottfried.
Too
R.I.P.
soon.
Love him.
It's tribute.
We're on reasonable terms. And then I think
As long as his payments are on time.
yes. I think though I have a small pug named Lucille.
Okay.
So
That's your only your
Yes.
child? And your career before you retired to Brindlewood Bay.
well, of course I was an actor in the city, of course.
Were-
Off Broadway.
Can I just say that you should
Regional theaters.
instead of having a pug, you should have a ball python
Hi.
named Lucille. Ball python.
A Lucille ball python.
I got it.
Thank
I
you.
got it. I got
that
it.
took me a second. Thank you.
They're good.
Well, I went with pugs because I'm wearing cute pugs on my scarf, but you know.
We can do cute pugs.
So
It's
you
fine.
did. So you did off Broadway like regional theater, but you
Mhm.
never quite made it to like maybe
I was the understudy, you see, in the production of Hamlet, when the dame, of course, was ill and not able to perform. So I went on, and it went, you could say well.
good.
You
thing.
could
You could
say.
say well, but you'd be lying.
Well, the reviews said bad.
The best review was, she did perform the role.
She spoke the words accurately.
Hamlet died in the beginning.
Margaret,
Uh-huh.
tell us about your deceased partner.
I'm going to be 100% honest. I have no idea.
His name is Fredward.
No.
Not everybody can be named Fredward.
Do you want to lean into the hippy dippy thing and have it be kind of like I never really defined my relationships, you know?
Yeah.
Like, and then you have a story like when you talk about your partner, it's always a different name, and it's like when
on the
When Billy
commune,
was-
it was
on
just
the commune, it was just that makes sense to me.
My child might be his. It's
very
possible.
Mamma Mia. You know,
Um,
I mean,
okay.
one of these guys was the
Here
dad.
we go again.
Yeah.
So do you have any children or pets?
I'll say that I have children. I'll say that I have 2 children.
It's fascinating
Nice
watching
choice.
Tony, like, we push him out the door and you're like, improvise! He's like, I'm going!
Frodo and Bilbo.
Oh, they definitely have some kind of big old hippie names.
The
Moon Unit and what's Frank Zappa's other kid?
Dweezil?
Dweezil.
Dweezil.
No,
that's so good.
It's got to be like a duo thing. Like, it's got to be like...
Moon and Star.
Yeah.
Arwen and Eowyn.
Oh
No, sunflower.
Mhm.
Sunflower and Violet.
Solar and flower.
Solar and panel.
Because solar is sun.
No,
Yeah.
like
No, I get it.
sun and moon or day and night or...
Luna and
Nightman.
You can
Night
name
Man and Day Man.
Jupiter,
Luna and Hyperion.
Jupiter, and like what's the moon name?
Venus.
Yeah,
Luna.
You could
Luna
say
or
Europa.
that there was a dawning of the age of Aquarius.
Europa.
Yes, good. Orange and apples.
Or it could just be Jane and John.
I kind of like apple and orange.
Apple
like,
and orange. Yeah.
You can never compare apples to orange.
Which was your favorite? It can't.
You can't compare them.
That way I can never compare. Like, you thought
Were
you were
they
really...
twins?
You thought you were super clever
Yeah.
when you were struck out on acid and gave it.
Yeah.
I
Were
can
they
never compare them.
twins?
They have
Were
to be
they
twins.
Because if they were twins and you had to come up with names at the same time,
That
and
would be perfect.
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
would be amazing.
Yep. They're twins.
Oh.
Okay. And so, what did you do before you retired to Brindlewood Bay?
Oh boy. You picked the wrong person to go next.
I picked the right
tour
person
bus
to go
driver.
next.
Could be a tour bus driver, could be a roadie, could be
Stage manager.
stage manager, could be
Sound engineer.
talent agent, could be
I kind of like bus driver. I feel like
Bus
I feel like
driver.
so many of the other Mavens feel like they're going to be like old money rich, and I like this is a little more.
a little more down to earth.
Yeah.
That's how you got all your stuff, is that it got left on the tour.
Oh yeah.
Sure,
That would be great, actually.
Yeah.
That would be pretty amazing.
That's actually perfect.
Yeah, thank you for creating my character for me, you guys.
On the tour in '67, I was able to
Yeah.
snag a
Yeah.
couple of.
Mhm. And somehow only 75% of them are bongs. Okay, Ethan.
Let's say
Mhm.
my husband was a former cop
Okay.
who basically was shot and killed within like the first 6 months we were married, and has been living off the pension
Ooh.
for
Okay.
a long time.
Oh.
This is where the sad comes in.
Which
here,
is why
folks.
I got into the murder mysteries. As a way of like connecting. And,
Okay.
Okay.
and there's always been a biscuit since then.
Okay.
Oh.
They're all called biscuit.
Yeah.
What number of
'Cause-
biscuit are you
Because
on?
that's what he that's what he loved for you to make. Were
Yeah.
biscuits, obviously.
Aw,
What
that's
number
cute.
of biscuit are you on?
6?
Really sweet.
Sarah, don't cry.
Too late. We haven't even made it to the game this time.
Everyone else was funny, so I figured I'd have to go date.
Does Opal have any kids in addition to Biscuit?
No.
Okay.
They were only married for 6 months.
Do you think it takes 6 months to get pregnant sometimes? I
don't know anything about babies. I don't have one.
So were you a straight up housewife then? And then
Yep.
Okay. So very soft hands. All right. Let's go to Jordan because we have to.
Hi, everybody. I can be very quick about this because I already created my entire character backstory. My late dear
We give Tony
husband.
crap, but Jordan is also brutally efficient at this.
My late husband mysteriously disappeared, presumed
Fredo?
dead. It's tragic.
Fredo?
I don't have
Still haven't
You
seen the
can't
movie.
make that reference.
Yeah,
You're not allowed to
You're not
until you
allowed.
see the movie.
You can watch 3 hours for The Godfather, then you can make that
Yeah.
joke.
I don't
Thank you, Lan.
I used to work in mergers and acquisitions. I'm going to say the company's name was
OCP.
OCP.
Yeah, you know me.
Yeah. Octagon. Octagon
Corporation.
Corporation
Promotionals.
Partners. Yeah, Octagon Corporation Partners.
Umbrella.
They're
They are definitely not a supervillain organization.
And I never had children, tragically, because my life was just too busy. And they really just, I don't know why I'm going into this voice because I'm not planning on doing this voice for the character.
I don't know.
Uh,
Wait, guys, just wait. It's coming. I feel it
it's-
in my soul.
Don't hype it up, Tawny. They're just gonna be disappointed.
what a jerk move. It's gonna be so good, you guys.
It's gonna be so good. Okay. And yeah, she just got into the book club because they started limiting the time that she could spend at the arcade because the kids stopped coming because I kept kicking their ass at the games. So they were like, can you only come in between like 1 p.m. and 4? And
Can you
On
stop?
school days.
Can you stop swearing and kicking children?
Did you shake them down for their coin?
How many
Like-
arcades are there in town, and how many of them have you been kicked out of?
So
if
I feel
if
like
a child makes a bet, it is a holding contract, and I stand by that.
I will break your little knuckles, you little bastard. So obviously,
Listen, a pinky swear is a contract.
I feel like the arcade is probably, and the bookstore is probably in the Brindlewood Mall,
Okay,
and
yeah.
that's how, and that's maybe how you got looped. And that's maybe how you got looped in, was because like you were kind of waiting around for the arcade to open, and you and Opal just started
Little
kind of talking.
Timmy made a verbal contract which is binding, so finders keepers,
He
losers
said I get the
weepers.
remainder of his coins if I beat him in Tekken.
I absolutely
So-
see Opal being like, "Yes, of course, dear," and like leading you away.
And if you win, I'll teach you how to do a cootie shot.
Yeah.
What is it? What is the name of the arcade?
The arcade is gosh,
All I can think of now is the Galloping Ghost.
I know. Let's do
I mean, if we could get a promotion deal with
The
them, I'd totally go for
Galloping
that.
Ghoul?
maybe we can do like beeps and whistles or something like that. Like
The bleeps, the sweeps, and the creeps.
yeah.
The Brindle Dog.
The
The Brindlewood.
The Brindlewood Arcade, because we're in friggin'
The Brindlewood Barcade.
No, it's not a barcade.
No, it's not a
An
barcade.
Electronic Emporium.
that would be kinda funny.
this arcade, I feel like has held on since the 80s. So I
Yeah.
feel like
yeah,
we
it's
just-
just the Brindlewood Arcade then.
If it doesn't
didn't make a
exist
fancy
anymore-
no,
name
they
for
did
'em.
sometimes.
Just
The Brindle King.
spot.
Could we just have
Oh, it could be the spot, just super simple.
could we just have like the last remaining Aladdin's arcade?
Adventure, ooh,
And
Adventure,
it's at Ethan's Mall.
Adventurecade.
Adventurecade. That sounds super
Because
simple.
it's like cavalcade and
Yeah.
adventure.
Yeah,
in the same
Adventurecade.
thing.
Adventurecade. Okay.
Okay.
Cross promotion with arcade.
Okay. All right, Sarah.
Oh, I just have to.
And I have to
Now
go.
that you're done crying.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I've been crying. Sorry, crying.
Wipe your
habits.
tears with your cross stitch, and
All
let's
right,
go.
we're good. Okay, so I figure my husband Arthur he passed away of cancer at a fairly youngish age.
Widow party.
Widows.
Why are we
Early Widow Club. Yeah.
I feel like y'all used to go to the Applebee's and drink together as the Early Widows Club on Friday afternoons at like 2 p.m.
You were going, yeah, cancer.
I mean, either way, it's still not the best, but okay, bonding.
Well, no, I think maybe
But
that
yeah,
there is
yeah.
a weird thing where like
For listeners, Ethan went in for a high five. Just FYI.
I was confused.
I think that like Opal is not over it, but she's had more time to process, whereas Arthur's death is fairly recent, but she's like, no, I've totally gone through all this stuff already. Just come on.
Right,
and you're like,
yeah.
I can't.
Right.
I'm
Like,
still-
I think, yeah. Because, I mean, when I say, like, fairly young, I mean, like, maybe, like, late 50s or so. And, oh, God, anybody who listens to me who knows my family is going to be like, Sarah, shut up.
You we already introduced your dog in Fallout.
I
mean,
know,
that's-
right? And I think we have 5 kids,
Oh boy.
2 girls, 3 boys, and we're all in touch.
Jan, Marsha.
No, if we have to do names, we can do names later. And so I have great grandkids because a bunch of them have kids too. I was a fraud investigator for the state welfare office.
Okay. So, why did you come to Brindlewood Bay and aren't like hanging out with all your kids?
Nice
they-
out here.
Okay.
We were from close. Like, I'm from close around here. So
It's like a larger city, like maybe Boston or
yeah. So I didn't go far, but I just wanted to go a little bit further away because, like, being a fraud investigator, you saw some stuff.
So the last part of this process is we're going to go around and the other players and myself are going to each mention an object that can be found in that character's home.
Okay.
And you're going to note these objects as part of your character sheet in a cozy little place.
Mhm.
Because if you use these items in play, you gain advantage on your roll. Now, Brindlewood Bay is a Powered by the Apocalypse game, which the short version is you roll 2d6, you add a thing. If the die roll is 6 or less, I get to determine what happens, and it's usually going to be bad and dramatic. If it's 10 or better, the player gets to determine what happens, and it's generally going to be good and fun. If it's a 7 to a 9, then we each get a little bit. You get a little, I get a little. When you use an item from your cozy little place, you mark it off, and then you have advantage on that roll, which means you roll 3d6 and take the best 2. So who would like to go first and populate there? I'm picking Jordan because she's looking right at me.
I'm paying attention. Do I get punished for paying attention?
I think you have a gun with the serial numbers filed off.
Ooh.
Dude, you took my answer. I was gonna give her that. Dang it!
It's a good one.
When did you give her either a bigger or a smaller gun?
All right, fine.
Well, which is it, a bigger or a smaller gun?
Oh, a bigger gun.
Sawed-off shotgun.
Oh yeah, sawed-off shotgun.
Damn. So that sure is my character.
I'm going to give you a box of pinball machine repair parts.
Ooh.
Are you making a time machine?
It's up to her.
She doesn't have the Mr. Fusion, so
Okay.
Enough tickets to buy whatever you want,
Ah.
but it's got to be shitty enough, you know.
it's an arcade.
A glow in the dark ring,
Yeah.
or one of those poppers that do absolutely nothing. You just
my God.
Dude, I freaking love those things.
Louise has like 80 of those things.
well, they are always 3 tickets, so I understand why.
Fake witch fingers.
Yeah.
Oh, those were so
Vampire teeth,
Vampire teeth.
Tawny.
Okay, so who hasn't given her a thing yet?
Oh,
Yeah.
How about I don't know if anybody said this. I was half paying attention. A plethora of tokens.
I could do tokens and have tickets. Yeah.
Well, you've got like a sack of tokens.
Yeah.
Sack of tokens.
Like a sack of doorknobs.
Yeah. You can
You
use
can
it
hit
as
someone with that.
as a sap.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fantastic. Ooh.
I think that Margaret has.
I'm nervous.
And it's like, I'm a little scared. Like, this could be easy that we could just give her a bunch of, like, hippie artifacts. Like,
You have a gray alien mask.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Gray alien.
A fridge full of Ben and Jerry's ice cream.
God,
Is it all Cherry Garcia?
No.
Fridge full
I mean, that's like 80% of it, but
of BJ.
An extensive
That's
scarf
something different.
collection.
ooh, an extensive
Scarf collection, yes.
like greater than or equal to Steven Tyler, or
Yes.
Greater than.
It'd have to be Steven Tyler ain't got nothing on Stevie Nicks. Like, let's be real.
Okay, that's fair. Okay.
A never-ending supply of tempeh for cooking. Tempeh. Tempeh.
It's a type of fake meat you can make at home.
Yeah.
Oh,
But you can also make, it's kind of like lentils, but better.
got it.
A personal tape recorder to record song ideas that never happened.
Can it be like George Harrison? He had one in like every room and all the nooks and crannies and
I think it's like an old school like
reel to reel.
clunk one. Okay.
So, gray alien mask, fridge full of Ben and Jerry's, an extensive scarf collection, never-ending supply of tempeh, and personal tape recorder.
Yep.
Did you give one, Sarah?
Yeah, I gave him the alien mask.
The alien.
Let's go to Sarah. What does Faustina have?
No. Just whatever you're thinking, Tony. No.
A jar of random but colorful and fun buttons.
Button jars!
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
A state-of-the-art bedazzler.
Oh, yeah. State of the art bedazzler.
A business card roll filled with business cards for state government
A
officials.
Rolodex?
Is that a Rolodex?
Yes,
That would be a
Yes.
Rolodex, yeah.
Those haven't been around for a while. I apologize.
A bag of those light up rings.
Light up rings.
A complete collection of all of the Lisa Frank
Oh,
Trapper
nice.
Keepers.
Nice. Nice.
Ooh.
Okay,
That's a good
that's
one.
cool.
That's a really good one.
It's almost forgiven.
Okay, Rolodex of state officials.
Is that everybody?
Okay.
Okay.
Is Lisa Frank.
Ethan.
A very large box full of bells, like little tiny kitty toy bells.
All of the best sneakers.
Got those Jordans.
Like all of them, though. Because you're always at the mall when the drops
yeah.
happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta spend that pension money somehow.
Your husband's police badge.
Every possible measuring utensil ever made.
Measuring cubes.
Mm.
All of the baking measuring things.
Yes.
A ring of keys for the mall.
Nice.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
that's good.
That's a good one.
Great.
Dang.
All right, is that everyone?
No, hit me.
Oh.
Opera glasses.
Yeah.
A full collection of Arden Shakespeare plays.
The Arden.
Yep.
A complete list of names of everybody who's ever written you hate mail.
Keep it in my pocket.
You're just on the list.
Yeah.
The list.
A megaphone.
Or a bad
But like
review.
the old school one, like for a director, or like a
or like a
Yes.
the big.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was that, Jordan?
Except you can actually have
I
diction.
can enunciate
Yes.
well enough to be heard.
Yes, you get a lot of practice.
a handwritten letter from Dame Judi Dench.
Oh, thanking you for being her understudy.
Yes.
Aw.
Oh gosh, I got goosebumps on that one.
It's gonna be really sad when I set that on fire.
Thank you for
Rob.
We need a light, and of course, you're the only person with.
I would rather.
When are you gonna burn the letter or the list? I can't do either now. All right.
Release your vengeance or live in regret for the rest of your life.
The next step in the character creation process is actually to take a break, to ruminate on the characters that we've created together, the elements of Brindlewood Bay that we've already put into place. So that means that we are going to leave you for now and join us next week to see how our Murder Mavens deal with the mystery entitled Good Wool Hunting. So
A boy is wicked smart.
until next week, this is Rob Whelan saying, just repeat to yourself, it's only a game. I should really just relax.
Gotta practice my Genkai voice.
Congratulations, fellow human! You've reached the end of an exciting episode of Theater of the Mind Players. If you enjoyed our story, please like the video. If you want more games, subscribe to our channel. Attack the bell for notifications on new posts. If you liked the episode, please tell us what you enjoyed the most in the comments. If you loved the episode, consider joining our Patreon. You'll get access to special shows, session zeros, and help us determine what we play on the show. We love our friends of Pat Rayon, and we hope to see you there.